My name is Dexter. I was shot by my son. Fortunately, the cold temperature slowed my blood loss. After 10 weeks in a coma at the hospital, I miraculously woke up. I opened the window and escaped from there. I called a tailored taxi, and during the ride, I keenly sensed that the driver was very nervous. Under my questioning, the driver revealed the serial killer that has been terrorizing New York rideshare drivers lately. He has consecutively killed 7 rideshare drivers and calls himself the Dark Passenger. This coincidence shocked me. There was another killer using my code name. The old driver also mentioned that he had a friend who miraculously escaped from the Dark Passenger's hands. The next day, I visited this survivor. The footage from his dash cam showed the killer wearing a special hoodie. This is a type of clothing with infrared shielding function that's hard to detect with the naked eye, but creates a white screen on camera equipment, concealing the face. The survivor described the attack with lingering fear. The killer strangled him with a wire rope, and at the critical moment, he escaped by reclining his seat when the green light came on, though his ear was still cut. By repeatedly watching the video, I noticed the killer's backpack had a company name on it. After investigation, this company called Bridge Data is a tech enterprise specializing in cybersecurity. I registered as a new ride-hailing driver and began staking out the Bridge Data Company building, closely watching every person entering and leaving who wore a hoodie and carried a similar backpack. One night, my phone suddenly rang with a ride request. A passenger named Ronald was calling for a car. I immediately recognized that distinctive hooded figure. I deliberately walked in front of him, pretending to be a tourist taking photos. On my phone screen, sure enough, only a blinding white light appeared. This characteristic confirmed that he had activated hunting mode and was preparing to carry out a new round of killing. I noticed Ronald walking toward another driver and immediately approached, pretending to be a driver competing for the ride, trying to lure him into my car. However, this killer was extremely vigilant. He refused to enter any car, and he immediately turned and disappeared into a nearby subway station. This day, I finally received Ronald's ride request, and I was also prepared for the hunt. While I was waiting in the car, a woman asking for directions suddenly knocked on my window, startling me so much that the syringe in my hand slipped to the car floor. After the woman left, while I was bending down to search for it, Ronald had already gotten into the back seat. During the drive, Ronald suddenly demanded a route change. When I showed slight hesitation, a wire was already around my neck. Forced to drive toward a remote dock, I seemed trapped in a desperate situation. But at the moment Ronald was about to cut my throat, I completed a desperate counterattack. I retrieved the fallen syringe from under the car and precisely stabbed it into Ronald's neck. I had already hidden a steel plate in my collar, prepared for his attack. When Ronald awoke from unconsciousness, he found himself tightly bound with thick plastic wrap to a work table in my home.
Who are you? I'm Dexter.